in June. So all these issues we bring back home, and we organize around the issues and we fight. Thank you.
Make some noise if you want justice! Make some noise if you want justice! Say his name!
George Floyd!
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 All right, next up we have Ricky, gonna give us a few words. Just a few, he says.
How's everyone feeling? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, my name is Ricky. I am from Los Angeles, California. And I just wanted to come out here and celebrate a great time. So I was in the car and I was listening to a song by the Pointer Sisters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We come on the air to you live. And in what one hopes will be a time for change. So I'm gonna do my best just to talk off the cuff here. I'm even going to take out the chat box. I will not see it. I'm not gonna look at it. I want my unfiltered opinion to come out so that people understand where I come from. And here's the deal. Derek Chauvin earlier today was found guilty of all 3 charges that were put against him: second and third degree murder and I believe second degree manslaughter. Combine those sentences, combine those crimes, can have up to 70 years in jail. Now, do I believe that justice was served here? Yes, kinda. The reason I say yes, kind of, is because this trial is not over. The verdict may have been held out, but there is a chance to appeal. There is a chance that this trial might get the sentence, or the conviction may get overturned. There's still that possibility. And I'm going to make some things perfectly clear to you, because apparently if I say something, I need to clarify what I say, even though I'm very clear on what I have to say. And that's why I have the chat completely blocked in my view. So I can't see what y'all are saying right now, because I want y'all to see what I'm saying uninterrupted. You and I, hopefully, watched over and over and over and over, just like the court did, just like the lawyers did, just like the defense did, just like the prosecution did, just like the judge and the jury watched the entire span of what happened to George Floyd. And I want to make a few things perfectly clear. I am in no way saying that George Floyd was 100% innocent. Period. However, The punishment does not fit the crime. It just doesn't. George Floyd died not by an overdose, not by something from drugs, but by a man putting his knee on his neck for 9.5 minutes. It's simple as that. I watched the video over and over and over and over again, numerous times. Should Floyd have resisted arrest? Absolutely not. He was put in the squad car. Get him in there and be done with it. Whatever he was on, y'all could have taken care of at the police precinct. But what did you do? You brought him out and you put him on the ground, and Derek Chauvin, this cold-blooded killer. And people are going to say, well, you can't assume that he's a cold-blooded killer. But just by looking at every fucking thing that he did between the time he put his knee on his neck to the time he was looking at that jury when they read his guilty sentence, or uh sorry, his uh his judgment, he didn't care. This man had every opportunity to defend himself for what he did, and he didn't. He had the opportunity to sit on the stand and tell his side of the story and tell people, "Hey, here's what I believe happened," but he didn't because he didn't care, and I saw it in his eyes. For all accounts, he thinks he did right in this case. To this day, to this moment right now, as people are walking the streets all across the country, that man thinks he is 100% right. He did the right thing, and he believes without a shadow of a doubt that he is innocent 100%. Even though the courts, the jury, those 12 people who sat there for 10 and a half combined hours found him guilty, guilty, guilty. So, quite frankly and quite simply, like, there were people that were trying to defend, by any stretch of the imagination, this cop. It's like a gut reaction for us to defend a cop for doing the right thing, for doing their job. Now, I will give you credit. Some people will defend the person that's being the person that's the subject of all this and say that they're in the right. And sometimes they're in the wrong. But two wrongs don't make a right. And here's the thing. A lot of people have always been telling me this opinion and that opinion, or, well, Jason, you don't know what you're talking about, or Jason, you're always wrong, or Jason, you're so stupid. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe all the research that I've done is fruitless, pointless, and a waste of time because apparently I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I should just quit doing this. Quit broadcasting, quit saying my opinion, quit doing everything that I love to do. The thing is I can't stop. I have learned the hard way of my own actions. I have learned the hard way why I shouldn't hold my opinions back, why I shouldn't hold my emotions back because it's come back, bit me in the ass, and I've regretted every moment of it. Do I think that the people that are walking right now that you're seeing here to stay peaceful? Absolutely. I hope there isn't looting. I hope there isn't I hope there isn't damage to the cities that they're walking in. I hope I hope that there isn't more violence. I hope we don't have a repeat of what happened throughout 2020. I hope not. There should be public discourse. There should be people expressing their opinion. But the reason that I do this here instead of out there is because I believe that this platform suits me best to get what I want out. And there are people that are going to continue to disagree with me and they're going to hate me. They're going to hate me for having an opinion that's opposite of theirs. I don't know why. But my job is not to silence people who have different opinions. My job is to help them understand why I have the opinion that I have, and maybe, just maybe, you'll understand and you'll be like, well, shit, I see what you mean. But the thing about it is that we are living in a time we're living in a time where people clearly can't take this anymore. And here's the thing to the people who always claim, well, they're always burning and looting and murdering people and they're causing all this destruction and all that stuff. What the fuck do you want them to do? Please tell me. If we kneel in front of a flag or we kneel during the anthem, we hate America. We dishonor the flag. We have complete disdain for our troops. If we stand peacefully, like, look on the left hand side of the screen, just like them, just stand there and do the chants. We're rioters and looters and people who want to cause mayhem and destruction. If I sit here and talk to you like this, I'm a member of the radical leaning left. If a bunch of kids want to do a productive walkout at their school, you're like, get them the hell out of there. They don't deserve school. Their opinions are invalid. How dare they? When kids just want to walk out and express their opinions, but they can't do that. You look at them as rioters and looters and people who want to destroy property. You lump them in to the extreme side of protesting when all they want to do is express their opinions. That's all they want to do. And so, to all these situations, you're always just like, shut up and deal with it. That's why I hear all the time, if you don't like what you see, shut up and deal with it or get the fuck out of the country. And I personally think that that is absolute bullshit. Shut up and get the fuck out of the country, you'll say. I'm sorry, if I love something, I'm gonna point out it's bullshit. That's what this country was made on. But far be it from me from expressing how I feel, right? And then you have, and I addressed this a little bit on TikTok, but I wanted to address this unfiltered without any comments because I can't see the comments right now. I want to say this without anyone interrupting me. On top of all that was happening in Minneapolis, not too far away from the trial, a veteran, a 26-year veteran of the police force, shoots a man, which inevitably kills this person. And I am trying my hardest to believe this. I'm trying my fucking hardest to believe that she did this accidentally. But I have watched and looked over the body cam footage over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I I I I I can't justify what she did. I can't. So my thing is this, it's simply this. I hope personally, I hope personally that what we saw today in Derek Chauvin's case sets a precedent to future cases everywhere. That this shit that we're dealing with in this country is no longer acceptable. Because if we don't, and for some reason, by some weird grace, We let people go. We're doing nothing. And I just I wish I wish I wish I could sit here and tell you what we should do next to stop mass shooting after mass shooting after mass shooting, racial injustice after racial injustice after racial injustice. But I don't know the solution. And the problem is, the biggest problem, the hugest problem, is that there are those that are just fine with the status quo, that there isn't a problem that needs to be solved. There isn't a problem that needs a solution. Clearly, there's a problem that needs a solution. Or these people wouldn't be protesting. I wouldn't have this channel up. They wouldn't be live streaming across the country, and we wouldn't be where we are today. We need to have something happen. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know who, maybe I'm just a fucking dumbass. And this isn't me asking for sympathy or crying out for help or anything like that. This is what is going on in here. This is what's going on in my head. This is what consistently wraps itself over and over and over and over again. That plays on repeat one like a fucking crazy man. Mark, I will get to you in a moment. Here's the thing. Here's the biggest thing about it. Thingamum, 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 thingamum. Anyway, here's the biggest problem about all of this. It's just that as much as I could give up right now, I can't. This is what I do. And hopefully, sooner rather than later, things change for the better. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to wait and see. But I hope that what happened today, sets a precedent for the future, that shit like this doesn't need to happen again. And that's my opinion. I would love to know your opinions in the comments. I will make a separate video of this probably for Friday. But I want to know what y'all think, and hopefully I get some opinions. Let me open up the chat here.